Hello there and welcome back to my YouTube channel OrganTube. If you're interested in all things that have to do with organs and organ literature and organ concerts, you're very welcome to look at the other videos I have on my channel. There are about 160 at the moment. At this moment I'm in Slovakia. I'm in the beautiful city of Nitra, and I'm here because I get to play a concert tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to this beautiful instrument here. And I'm going to play this concert with my selection of the most beautiful. They're all beautiful, of course, but for me the most beautiful choral preludes from the Orgelbüchlein. I'm playing 19 pieces in all, and I'm really looking forward to it playing on this instrument. When I met the organist who works here in the Cathedral of Nitra, he told me, your program is really, the things you want to play here are really good for this instrument. And that's the experience I had when getting to know this instrument. In a few hours I was done, everything was ready, everything I looked for, everything I needed, to all the stops I needed to make this sound as the way I wanted to. They were all there, so it was really gratifying, really nice experience getting to know this instrument. It might seem very old, but it's actually a baby. It's only 2 years old. It's a Baroque instrument from the Orgelbaufirma, from the organ builders Kögler. They're from Upper Austria, actually more. I'm from Austria, I live there, I work there in Vienna, so this is an interesting thing to see how the organ builders, they get around all around Europe and sometimes overseas, and how they bring their instruments in other countries and how this functions very well. This church is also very interesting. It's actually quite dark here because the church is very old, and this part of it, the biggest part of it, is actually not that big, but this biggest part of it has been done over in a Baroque sense. So this is another reason this organ goes well with this church. It's not too large, it's not too loud, but it works perfectly well for this kind of music that I'm playing tomorrow, and probably for different stuff as well. So I've said already only 2 years old, so it's a completely new instrument, but it's been done with this music, with the music of Bach and older composers in mind. So we have everything is mechanical, and as you can see, even the stops are operated by iron rods. So this is a very nice feeling that you have when you do this. You have done something mechanical. It's like in a car with a really nice transmission, and you have a feeling you are working with the instrument and you're not just pressing some button and then electrics is working for you. So this is a very gratifying feeling, and the interesting thing, you can probably not see this on the screen, but this is iron, and it's been left alone. It looks a bit like a sword before it gets really done, or like a handle from the sword where you have your hand. So it's going to, in the coming years, it's going to get a nice patina, and it's going to really age well and age. But this is a really nice feeling, and it works well. And you can also, they are all positioned so that sometimes you use all 5 of them, which are related or which are near to each other, and then you can do this. So you can do all 5 at once, and it works perfectly well. So this organ doesn't have Sätze, doesn't have combinations and stuff like that. It doesn't need it. It's about 30 stops on 2 manuals and pedal, and it's the perfect size for this church. I'm playing Orgelbüchlein choral preludes, so I'm going to try to give a picture about the instrument, not stop by stop. This would take too much time, but I will try to show you how I imagined, how I chose the stops for my orgelbücher preludes, and maybe you can get a feeling with these really famous pieces of how this organ works and how it sounds. So we begin at the beginning. So nun kommt der Heiland, and I'm going to put the whole disposition in the video description. And now I'm going to full sub-bass 16 and gedeckt bass 8-foot in the pedals. And then I'm going to, there are two 8-foot flutes in the Hauptwerk, on the Hauptwerk, and they are quite different, which is nice. So you can use once the one and then the other one. And I like to use here this one, Bourdon, because it has a bit of a Schwebung. It's not a tremulant, but it's not so stable, but it gives it a more humane feel, I think. So it's not just like a flute, but it's more human in a way that it's not that perfect. So I'll try to show you what I mean. At first I thought it was a problem with the wind or something, but I think this was engineered in this stop on purpose, and it's a reason to make it more real, make it more alive. If, for instance, I took the other 8-foot for the same piece, then it's a bit too flat for my liking. It's okay. It's not bad, but I like the other version much better. So now we're going to number 3. That's a bit of a louder piece. So I'm going to use a pleno, 8/4-2 mixture, no couples. Then, as you can see, this works perfectly well. And for an organ this size, it doesn't really need anything more. Then we're going to put this away and a 16-foot reed. So it's not the finest of sounds, but it's urgent. I like the way it just wants to go. Of course, there are completely different colors to be had from this instrument. And for instance, for Puer Natus in Bethlehem, I can use yeah, I think it's right. I can use this. First, I wasn't so sure about the tremulant, but with time, it's always a difficult thing. They're either going too fast, or they're like completely psychedelic and Woodstock. I don't know. This one I like. With time, I like it much better, and it's really a nice way, I think, to take this on the second manual, on the Rückpositiv. And now, of course, we have to play something with like a trio, and then I'm going to use the next one, Gelobet seist du Jesu Christ, and that shouldn't be 19. Yes. So I have to count in Croatian sometimes in German. So I think I've got it right. This one's without tremolo. Of course, this is wrong. This is very wrong. So posaune and tremolo. Opala. Oh, there's something mechanical in there. So let's try it again. As you can maybe hear, the acoustics are not so strong here. You would ask for a bit more, but then the sound really goes away. So it's really. I'll show you a really loud piece, and then you know what I mean. For instance, Christum wir sollen loben schon. So this is a big one. 5. 6 bis 15. As you can see, this is really working well. 17, we need some couples here. 23, 30, 33. So, okay, let's try it. Yeah, it's a 2.5 second echo, so it's not that much. Now I've used almost everything at my disposal, so this is a great plenum, and I think it fills the church quite well. The organist who was my contact, who invited me to play this concert, Maria Prashekova, told me that she played a concert where 400 people attended, and they have this largest church of the 3, and then they have 2 smaller churches on the side, and those churches were also, those chapels were also full, and everybody could hear it well. So if I had to play one more piece, or the part of a piece, that would be from one of the last ones I'm playing, number 40, Ich ruf zu dir, Herr Jesu Christ. It's a legendary piece, of course, and there's a really nice stop I want to present with playing this piece, and it must go like this. So did I use this one? As you can see, this is part of the fun. I'm going to do this myself in the concert, and yesterday evening I played a concert with the same choral preludes at my organ, and I have a sequencer there. So I was playing the last chord of each piece, and I was doing the sequencer. I was changing everything whilst the last chord was still in the air, and this is actually not the way it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to let the sound go and then take my time and do these nice mechanical things, change everything and then start again. So F19, was F19, 27, 31, 200. Oh, okay. So let's try this. 34. Oh yeah. So this I forgot. So let's see. I really like this instrument. It's really fun, and it's after you've done great instruments, after you work for a few years on a big organ. I really like these a bit smaller instruments where you're still like really doing everything yourself, and it's I like to compare organs and cars because I'm a great car person. Big car person, and I really like to change gears myself. I don't want the car to drive itself. I want to drive it, and I don't want the car to make decisions for me. I want to brake myself. I want to push the gas pedal, and I want to do everything myself. That's maybe because I'm a control freak, I don't know, but I like it that way. And this is a perfect organ for this, because if you don't do it, nobody else will. There are a few quirks and features here, very interesting things I'm not going to use in this concert because they have been not thought of by Bach to use in his works. For instance, then there's something else. This is very interesting. Kurze Octave. So, if you want to play old music like it's supposed to be played, then you can have a Kurze Octave. You can have the short octave. I have to press something. No. Now without the short octave. So this works only on the manuals. If the pedal wasn't so large, I don't know, maybe it would be, but it's a nice thing to have. You never know. You can play manuality music. Then you have this little, I don't know if you can see this, but there's a pauke, there's a timpani. There are probably two neighbor tones from the pedal, and they're like fighting each other. And there are two other things. I don't know if it's working. No, the cuculus is not. The cuculus is not working. And then we have Zimbelstern. You probably will use it once a year but it's a nice thing to have. So, a great instrument. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm going to record a few pieces after I've done these presentation videos, and check out the other videos, and please subscribe, and thanks for watching, and till next time.